In this video, we are going to take a closer look at some of the new Erin Condren launch items and see if the new Daily Duo is worth it. Hey everyone, welcome to Runs on Espresso, where we combine planning and creativity to get some of those things crossed off our to-do list. Let's dig in. I'm going to save the bulk of the video for the end, the Daily Duo and comparison. And let's start with some of these accessories. I was lucky enough to place my order on the first day and get the freebie, the gift with purchase. This is the Edavi Evolve pop-up sticky note, and it's kind of cool. It's got a little adhesive back so you can stick it on your planner, in your notebook, wherever. Sticking with the sticky note theme, I did order the A5 Bold Blooms and Edavi Evolve sticky notes, and I totally missed the canvas ones because they weren't available in the A5, and that's what I was looking for. So I will be placing another order eventually and adding the regular snap-in canvas sticky notes to that because I like to have the full collection. Zooming in on the Bold Blooms, we of course have the longer sidebar. We have a large rectangle, a square, which I'm guessing fits inside the month of the Daily Duo, the A5, I should say. So let's test that little theory of mine. Maybe. All right, yes, you can stick it in a monthly square, but it's going to take up the whole square so you can't see the number. And if you put it just below the number, you're covering up the date below. So I guess this would be like if you want a reminder for the whole day, you don't need to see the date because you got the day before type thing. Then we have this like arch sticky note. We got kind of smaller rectangles here, like a little flag and a circle, and then two of these smaller flags, rectangles, whatever you want to call those. I do like this bottom one here, but this one here is going to be really hard to write on. Much like, say, the layers one, these little triangles. I wish it was more like this, where it was kind of in the background, so that your writing would stick out a little bit more. But I guess if you're using that as more decorative, that would be good for that. And we'll take a closer look at the Evolve. Now, one thing I notice is on this longer one here, there are very faint lines, but there's no lines on the Bold Blooms. So a little bit different. And you have the same shapes, just the different pattern. And again, that one, really easy to write on. This one, not so much. Usually I end up using a black Sharpie on these, and it works. I also ordered all three of the sticker books. So we have the Canvas, the Evolve, and the Bold Blooms. We'll take a closer look at each of those. And I'll try to do this fairly quickly. This is the same style kind of envelope from last year. Open it up. We start off with some functional stickers of various sizes. We got some icons. So similar boxes and icons. We got gold. These are rose gold. Foil on here is silver. We got payday stickers. We got some checklists over here. Workout. AM workout specifically. And some larger like boxes for your vertical planner. Got some more rectangles with, I think those are, that looks rose gold. Oh, these are nice little dots. I'm assuming that these are somewhat transparent. We'll try it on here. I don't really use a lot of those like transparent date dots, but I know people love those. It is slightly transparent. I can still make out that that's a 5 under there. It does get difficult with the little asterisk. Maybe if you do it that way where it's behind the number, it makes it a little bit easier to read. And some more full boxes, today's focus, weekly chores, weekly spending, this week's dinner, weekend, priorities to do today. Looks like some habit trackers, appointments and calls. We got some silver icons. Today, to do errands, a couple of washi strips, some different size check boxes, more washi strips, and some functional boxes. So overall, just kind of a mix of functional stickers in there. I assume Evolve and Bold Blooms are going to be similar, but we'll take a quick look. All right, well, I was wrong. This one is different from the canvas. Let's take a little peek. All right, so Bold Blooms, Evolve are going to be the similar ones. Canvas is a little more like the, they had a sticker book a few years ago that was those kind of like functional pastel looking colors. So here we have circles and kind of like little headers. We've got these, looks like little arc washi stickers for a little bit of decorative. You got half circles, some squares, more circles. I do like the variety of these boxes in here. You can use them in a variety of ways. You can use them in a bullet journal, your monthly, your weekly, your daily, flags, shopping list, important dinner plans in gold, reminder, goal, it's a plan in silver, little circles, and squares, we got weekend, vacation, getaway, let's celebrate. Some more of these different style boxes. We got a check box here. This one has lines, that's a little grid. Habit trackers, start with a plan. Dream, plan, believe, today, checkbox, more little grid. This one you could, I mean, it's a little more than 7 across, but you could make this into like a little calendar habit tracker. And then more, I'm guessing this is that kind of washi paper. Oh, and I ripped that one. Yeah, that's that washi paper, like little decorative designs. And a quick look at the Bold Blooms. Oh, these are gorgeous, and they'll be so pretty in your planner or your bullet journal. I love the little butterfly on here. We have our gold and silver. And then we have these circles, goal, dream, plan, note. I'm not a huge fan of these because I never know how to use them. If you have any ideas or how you use these, let me know in the comments. And these look like rose gold. And then we have the same wording, just a different font. And I don't know about you, but to me this font is hard to read. So I might not use these. More of the boxes. Oh, I like that sticker. That's really pretty. That color with the butterflies. I just love these sticker books and how you can use them in so many different ways. staying in the sort of sticker realm, I did order each of the washies. So we have Bold Blooms, Evolve, and Canvas. And each of them has one thick washi, two medium, and one thin. And let's get these swatched so you can see what they look like. All right, on this page we have the Bold Blooms and the Evolve, and over here we've got the Canvas. What I like about these washies is I think some of them you could mix and match. Like, I think you could take, you know, like this one here, and you could mix and match it with like these two up here if you wanted to like put it in with those as well. The darker purple down here you could put with this kind of like petal one, and it would look really pretty. The peachy, these two canvas ones would look really nice with this Evolve one. So you could do a little mixing and matching within that. You know, and these ones, you could also do, you know, something a little bolder with the Etta V one. One last look at Bold Blooms, Evolve, and Canvas washi. I've got two more accessories before we move into the Daily Duo planner. I did get both of the Petite planners. Well, they're not planners, they're notebooks. I love these things for on the go. I use them at work for, you know, jotting notes down, things I want to remember later, all kinds of stuff. So the Evolve and the Bold Blooms. These are each a little bit different inside. Starting with the Bold Bloom, this is just a lined notebook, so this is great for journaling, making your to-do lists, whatever you need it to do. And then the Evolve is actually the new productivity layout. So you have space here for writing, you've got a to-do list, a little just box down here. If there's something you want to remember, you can jot in there so that it pops out more. And then looking at the full page spread, let's do a middle page so it's a little bit better. So you've got half of your page here with lines, and then you've got two columns of checklist at the bottom. Full half page of lines. Well, I guess that's more like 2/3 of the page of line. Then you've got the checklist and that little kind of like call out box in the corner. Again, I love these Petites. They just, you can use them for so many different things. And then the last accessory I ordered is the set of 3 snap-in pocket dashboard. And I left that in there because I can never remember the name of these. And you might be wondering, well, you use an A5 agenda, don't you? Yes, I do, but I love these in notebooks. I can slip like stickers in there, little notes that I need to keep track of. I had one of these in the notebook I was using to plan for Go Wild. So I slipped in like my printed hotel confirmation, airline stuff into that pocket. So I had everything together in that notebook. And the previous version are a clear one, but I just absolutely loved these colors. So you have kind of a peach, then you have this beautiful blue, and kind of a purpley tan color. It's kind of a dusty purple, I would say. So that is all of the accessories that I got. I would love to hear from you in the comments if you got any accessories in the launch, which ones you got, and which ones were your favorites. Or if you haven't ordered yet, which ones are you planning to order? Now that we've got the accessories, let's get down to business with the new version of the Daily Duo. So, you know, it comes in 2 sections. So this is the January to June of 2025 section. So your second half will have 6 boxes. Your 2025 January to June mini calendar. 2026 on the back of that. And then you'll go into your month. At the end, so here's June 30th. I was thinking that was December and I got very confused. So you have June 30th, July 1st, notes page, some more notes, your heritage and observance, and then, of course, the design on the back. So as you can see, I did get the Evolve. I really wanted the canvas. That is what I have this year. But for whatever reason, they did not make the canvas available in the A5 size. And I am very disappointed in that. And if they come out with it later, like the January calendar launch, I'm going to be annoyed. Because I needed mine now. Because the one I have only goes through June. I went with the new agenda in black. Did I need the agenda? No. But I wanted it because this thing, the old version, is very large when it's sitting on your desk. It's like floppy. And I just wanted to review and test out the new version. So first thoughts, I love that it is a little more compact than the old version. I still wish we could have like a choice of hardware because I would not choose gold. I would go with silver. You do have the option of the 2 snaps, so you can make it tighter or looser. Opening it up. On your left-hand side, you have a little pocket right here, which I put in the little compliment cards so I can pull them out and look at them. Then you have a little slide-in pocket here and another one here. So if you have any, I don't know, let's test this. You could slide in your sticky notes instead of clipping them in. You could possibly slide in a sticker book. It fits, it's a little tighter of a fit, but you can still snap it shut. So you do have options of what you can slide in here. I'm guessing you could also slide in a notepad. This is one of the medium notepads. And it fits. Kind of got to push it down once you've slid it in the side. It fits. You can still close it. So that's kind of nice to know that you can fit a variety of options in there. I just keep adding stuff to my desk and I'm not having enough room. New this year is this little zippered pouch for the A5. I shouldn't say it's new. Years ago they used to have a snap-in one that came with the Life Planner. I'm pretty sure I still have one floating around somewhere. It's a little weird that this is the asterisk design, but they don't, the canvas, but they don't offer the A5 in the canvas. Has a little zipper, open it up, you can stick some stickers in there, maybe this little like post-it note thing, you could put your washi cutter, so you can put a few different things in there. It does have a little tab on the top here, which is kind of nice, so if you don't put it in the front, you could use it as like mark your page type thing. We of course have our Evolve vellum. And Daily Life Planner, July to December. We have our 6 boxes here, the last 6 months of the year. 2025, and then we have our July divider. And they did do a new version of this ruler. So this year you get a ruler with a stencil. It looks like your ruler goes up to 7 inches. I'm gonna guess 6, 6.5, and that's like right before 7. You've got a long bar up here, flags, circle, that weird little kind of, I don't know what it's called. You've got a monthly calendar here, different size bullets and squares. Got that little arch, and then different size boxes here. It does have the tab on top, so you can use that as your bookmark. And I'm going to open up these rings and take this out for a minute, because we are going to do a little kind of side-by-side comparison. So this is June in the canvas. As you can see, there is no decoration on here whatsoever, except for the little asterisk by the 2024. And here is the Evolve. So our month and year are quite a bit larger than the 2024 canvas. Other than that, everything looks pretty much the same. You do have the design across the top here, but the number, color, size, all of that stuff, the previous month, color, all looks about the same. Not seeing anything too different here. We do have the notes up here at the top, whereas over here we have the asterisk, but I think that's just because this is the canvas design. And then last year we have a lined note page, whereas this year it's kind of the opposite. So last year, kind of, it is the opposite. Keep moving this out of frame. Sorry about that. Last year, you had your lined note pages on the left and your dashboard on the right. At the end of last year, middle last year, whenever they released the new monthly, they did the dashboard on the left-hand side of the monthly and then the line page, which makes total sense in the monthly because you have dashboard, line page, and then just a bunch of line pages after that. Personally, I like how this is set up. I like the dashboard on the left. I can do like a quick capture of things here, and if I need to expand on anything, I can do it over here. I like it. I know some people preferred it the old way. I would love to hear from you. Do you like it this way, or do you prefer this way? Do you like last year or this year better? Let me know in the comments. And here is the biggest change from last year to this year. Last year, you had a blank lined page, and then you started Monday on the always on the back side of the blank lined page. This year, you have a blank lined page followed by a weekly overview, Monday through Sunday, and each day has 4 lines and 4 dots. You could use this to plan your week. I do use a vertical weekly for my weekly overview, but you could use this for your weekly overview if you didn't want a separate planner. You could do this like your meal planning, what you're going to have for dinner, and anything you may need to pick up at the grocery store. You could do it to plan your workouts, track your stats over here. I'm sure there's a bunch of different things you could use this for. If you're in school or maybe doing some personal development classes, you could write down, what you're going to do each day or what you have each day, and then like assignments or things that you want to do for it in this column. And then we move into the actual daily pages. So if we look at last year, we have this annoying mini calendar up here. We have our to-do list, and then we have a small blank box down here, and we have our times from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. with a blank at the bottom. Looking at this year, we have lost that mini calendar, and we've moved the to-do list up, and then we have a much larger blank space down here. And then, of course, we have our 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. and our one blank spot down here. Personally, I absolutely love this. I abhor this mini calendar. And I would often cover it with stickers. If I had like a little reminder, I would put a functional box over it. If I didn't have that, I would put a decorative box over it. Anything to cover that up. And then I would use this space down here for, sometimes I would make notes of like packages that I had coming in the mail, sales that were coming up, just little things like that that weren't really to-dos and weren't really like functional. I do wish that they would have made the to-do list maybe like half the page, like added a few more lines and then had the blank box. Most days this is sufficient. Some days I have a lot of things and they like might be little things, but I don't want to forget about them, so I write them all in there. We have our Monday, Tuesday. Can probably close these rings. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Then we have another blank page, front and back, followed by our weekly overview. I am not sure what I'm going to do with this blank page because we do have the weekly overview. I'm not sure that I will use this, but at least between the weeks. What I might do is, for like the month, take them all out and put them either at the beginning here. So I've just got a bunch of blank note pages in the front, or I might put them at the back of the month for notes, different things, ongoing projects, goal planning, whatever it might be. For me, I think that would be more helpful than having one between each week. So then we move into August, September, October, November, December, and we're getting to the end of our book here. We got December 29th, we got our blank page, weekly overview, December 30th and 31st. Then, oh yeah, and sometimes you have to be careful because these rings are not the best. And you need to kind of finesse them and put them back together. Anyway, that is another issue I have with this agenda is I think the rings are kind of cheap this year. They seem to be a different gold than last year. Like they're not quite as shiny. These are a little more dull. I don't know if they switched rings, but I do not like these, and I know other people have mentioned they've had issues with that. If I get brave, I might replace these, and I might do silver, even though it would clash with the little, the closure. Anyway, back to the planner. Notes, the back end of the planner, and then, of course, the sticker sheets. So you have circles, flags. I'm going to call these teardrops. I don't know. I'm assuming that's the right term. Today, important, this week, reminder, to do, some flags, and that is the end of the planner. And then in the back, you don't have a thing that you can slide in, whereas in this one, you've got this part here that you could slide stuff in, and I usually would slide like a notepad or something in there to firm that up, especially if I was taking it with me. So you don't have the little slide in the back, but you do have a little pocket, and I think you can fit one of these medium notepads in there. So you can also put a medium notepad in the back if you don't want to slide it in the front, and you also have a pen loop right here. Okay, that is the new Daily Duo. Comparing it to last year, I do like a lot of the changes. I do like how this is set up. I don't like how cheap these rings are. And I do like the weekly overview, although not having it in the Daily Duo for the last several years, I've gotten used to doing it in a vertical life planner, like a separate planner. I'm probably going to use this for something with workouts or, ooh, budget. You could do your budget too, or part of your budget. Like you could write what you spent on Monday and the different categories it was in. I don't know. I'm sure you could put your bills. Or I guess you could put your bills over here and check them off as you pay them. There are a lot of possibilities with this. And I do like the new page setup without that mini calendar. I want to hear your thoughts on the new Daily Duo. Do you like the dashboard? Do you like the extra page? Do you like the weekly overview? Do you like the new daily setup? Make sure to put your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to let me know which accessories you ordered or which were your favorite, which you might order. I would love to hear what you think, what you got, all that fun stuff. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up. And if you loved it and want to see more, be sure to hit that subscribe button because I post similar videos every week. And lastly, every to-do list needs a caffeine boost, so grab your coffee and cross off those to-dos.